armored brigade. And so we can zoom in here. I want to show off a little bit of this stuff. See, that's a nice little Panzer III Oust N. The Tiger 1 Oust E, sort of the better late version. Now so what we have is we have a platoon of Tiger, which 2 Tigers and 2 support tanks up here. A platoon of Panzer IVs, a full Zug 5. A Panzer IVs, they're mixed types. Let's come down here. Now we have here a platoon of Martyr 2s. I think again mixed types. Some Panzer Grenadiers, and up here a Zug of Stugs. So we will have some Stugs in play as well. So this is, I just randomly picked an area on the map for this, and it set up this meeting engagement, and I have not played it yet, so we will see how this goes. Either victory, though I have set up my initial moves. We can see this guy's going to move somewhere over in here. Get lines of sight for artillery. We can see here how we're going to move up through this forest against our Soviet not allies, opponents. So that is the starting setup to it. Also Admiral. No, this is for Armored Brigade. Hey Pixel. Yes, we're also doing the Stug Life. I did see the comments before, and Sergeant Z-Dog is North Africa. So we are now in the Ardennes fighting the Soviets, though that the Ardennes location doesn't matter other than what we're setting up here in a meeting engagement. Tigers, Panzer IVs, Stugs, some Martyrs, and a little bit of infantry. So it's going to be a heavy, at least on my side, going to be a heavy tank action. And so we'll start this. We'll hopefully see how well this goes. Our little 222s moving to cover. Ooh, pause. I forgot to where Aim versus soft targets now. Take that off. Oh, that's right, orders. Boy. SOP. Okay, hold fire, hold fire. I don't want them to give away their location. Where normally I do want the units to engage, but probably more effective, so I need to change that. But hold fire, hold fire. I did not do this before. Fire for effect. It'll take a little while for the... Okay, that did set it for the whole platoon. Good. Maybe I just... Okay, these are already... I guess everybody's now on fire on effective range. Let's just check over here. Yep. That's what I want to see. There we go. But I don't want my... Ah, good! Vitika Studios, good to have you here, my friends. Showing off the mod for your game. To see how well this works. I have, like I say, I have not played this. mod or this match before. Oh, we got an enemy over here. Little BA-64. I thought I had you on hold. Yeah, maybe you didn't get the orders yet. Okay, let's pause this. We've got, okay, a reconnaissance tank here. Yeah, T-70. Sort of ready for some of this. Let's go with artillery fire mission. Let's create a new mission. Fire mission 1. One gun, HE. Let's do that, I think. Set target. It's going to be, let's set it for here. It's, well, it's looking like a BTR, but I doubt it's that. I bet it's another one of these guys. See, these guys are moving up along the road here. A little bit of traffic problems, it looks like, but these models are pretty good. Stugs are moving up. Good. Just checking here. They've got, these guys got here sort of early, I guess. Oh, I thought they're gonna, oh, there's somebody else moving here. Another wheeled vehicle, maybe armored. There's somebody in our zone. Track, don't know the identity yet. Fire mission may be too late, but there may be follow-on forces. We'll see how effective Tigers are in this scenario. At least this mod has a sequel. It's unbelievably awesome. Yeah, well, they might. I have no knowledge. I mean, they're in they're in the chat, so they hear your statement. It does seem great. The models are good. You know, obviously the terrain is a modern terrain of here, the Ardennes. That might need a little work done to get some maps done a little more in the style of World War II before it would be considered a proper DLC. I don't know. Uh-oh. Okay, another one of these guys. He's backing up. Your artillery's a minute out still here. What do we see here? Something moving fast. Uh-oh. Okay, let's just oh, for some reason this song, why did I change this to effective? Well, I thought it moved it to hold, but okay, so that is spotting these guys here. These guys are engaging, it looks like. And good evening, Nicholas and Roby. Why is this guy stopped? I don't know. Okay, let's Give him orders to advance. Where do we want him to go? And he's also stopped for some reason. I'm going to send 2 up along over to here. Yeah, I think that's where these guys need to go. Oh. Advance. Well, they're going to get there for sort of late, so that they'll come to there. What the? Oh, no. What's this guy doing here? I don't understand this. Did I just give? Thought I was giving this guy orders. Nope. Okay. This guy. Let's delete all waypoints. Advance to here. Okay, that's where we want that to go. This Doug is moving along to get to here to get that point. I really do with this game feel like I'm a unit commander trying to issue orders more than a micromanaging. Oh, I like to micromanage the units. Okay, they're going to come up to there. So we can see here, we get to about here, we have good line of sight coming here. Get over here, good line of sight, anything coming this way. Come over here and look. I was hoping to get the Tigers to somewhere around here and these Panzer IVs over here, which would be able to engage as they moved up. Let's see, right here. So get in here to be able to engage some of these units that are happen to be here very quickly. There are a lot of armored cars. They should be easy to take for the Panzer Force. Hey, thanks for following. Do appreciate it here. A lot of great games and streamers. Artillery. Mission, yes. Let me coming in. Therefore, I get the little BA. That one's destroyed. Okay, artillery again. We're gonna fire this another time. We got one of the 2 points that we need to get. Call this a success. Okay, we've got another armored car destroyed. Okay, let's take a look at this guy's line of sight. Well, you can see everything over in here. So anything approaching here, you should be able to get good shots on. This one here, no, he can't. Really see much. I don't know, maybe he can just stay there for the moment though. See developments. Okay, this is sort of what, okay, these guys are sent to move up behind this building here. And I'm only playing their movement, well, basically to here, as you can see. Okay. Just to sort of explain what is going on here. Obviously, these two are Tigers, Tiger 1s. The Ousty, the sort of later, more advanced model of the Tiger 1. And these are Panzer III's. Now, this is the last version of the Panzer III with a proper turret, because we can sort of call the Stug 3 a continuation of the tank. What these are set up to do, these are supporting the Tigers. And so they have a short-barreled 75mm gun. They did, by this late period, have heat rounds, so they had decent armor penetration, but these are mostly to engage, say, other targets than main battle tanks. The idea of engaging you know, half tracks or infantry, machine gun posts and things like that. So it was sort of a way to maximize the different models of vehicles together. You have the heavy armor, and you have the lighter stuff that would be too light on its own for really properly for, they can handle Shermans, but they're at a major disadvantage. You know, it's possible. Though these generally, the 3Ns generally did have Schutzen, though they're not on here. Where the, you know, it's a bit of a disadvantage. Where the Tigers, they're limited number, and because they're heavy, limited mobility, so having something slightly more mobile and boost the numbers up to deal with all the other types of targets on the battlefield. Have a few Panzer IIIs with them that are still sort of in the functional range. These three guys are sitting back here waiting to see developments while these guys move up. I'm going to move, instead of keeping you there, I'm going to do it right here. Get you pointed the right way. Take you a few seconds. And yes, the game is designed to give commands to a, sort of higher unit authority and have them unload, but have them sort of do it, you know, have the AI do it. But I'm just a micromanager at heart, so forgive me for playing this way. Okay, so that he's here. We're going to, let's see. Let's take this off. We're going to rotate a little more in that direction. He is going to get the orders to unload, and I think he's also going to unload as well. Okay, so these guys have unloaded. We have a squad unloaded here. This whole capture area is entirely in the open, so I don't need to do building clearances. But the infantry squad might be useful. So we've taken out a few armored cars. I don't know. These guys are going to move up to here, and I was maybe going to send the troops into there. Don't know where I should send them. Don't know if the cat has any tactical advice. We're moving across to our area here. It's one of these, I think, T-70s, the reconnaissance tanks. I think the BAs just have a machine gun, you know, a 30 caliber type machine gun. These guys are dangerous to our half tracks. Now these guys are out. Okay, what I want them to do is to advance over into the forest over there. These guys advance to the forest over here. Gotta always maintain an eye on what the objective is. Okay, they don't need to keep their troops in the vehicle to get killed if the vehicle gets killed. You can see movement over here. Okay, now that you guys are unloaded, let's get you to to there. Take a little bit, yes, get the orders. Okay, they're spotting truck. That's getting shot. Another truck's probably carrying infantry. The Soviets didn't manufacture APCs or infantry armored fighting vehicles, though they did get a lot of Lend-Lease half-tracks from America. So we might see some of those. But otherwise, they move their trucks via, they move their infantry via trucks. Or the sort of famous tank riders, you know, infantry often with submachine guns. Okay, we got another track over here. Su-76. Now that's a dangerous gun for the Panzer IVs. Not so much for the Tigers, but he just died and he hit here taking fire, but it looks like no real damage. Good job, Tigers. Okay. Now let's pause this. How hard is it to get your hands on this game, and how hard is the game hard to master? Well, okay, the game, this is a mod for World War II. The game is set around the, you know, a lot of it is, I would say, 70s and 80s, Warsaw Pact versus NATO type engagements. And it, to me, is a very realistic war game or very realistic command exercise. for that type of warfare. And so the more knowledge you have on that, the better you'll do for it. So mastering it, I don't know, I mean, the mechanic's not terribly hard. You can watch some of the gameplay videos, including on my channel, Gamer1745 on YouTube, and as well as others. And of course, you can get it on Slitherine. So it's not that. Now the DLC, you can just get it on Steam, and subscribe to it on Steam, and you will get the DLC. And if you look at the beginning of this video, you can see how to get it working, get it started. Okay, I think we're going to move up to here with our tires. You can see I can select from a selection here, giving waypoints. And we can check out here. This unit's going to move along here, and this will give line of sight to the and this is a very realistic modern map that we're playing on. So we're mostly moving in cover except for stuff way out here. And World War II terms, and especially infantry squads and trucks, I'm not worried about. Are the tigers being shot at by? And you can see here, okay, now when we get to here, we will start to expose ourselves to whatever's here. So what I'm going to do here is get rid of line of sight, and I'm going to delete last waypoint and have them come to right about here, because that seemed to be where we would be engaging. And this one will also delete last waypoint and maybe move to maybe to here. There we go. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, so see, he'll come up here and be able to engage targets around here. Now, like I was talking about, we have the Panzer III's. They'll be able to engage a lot of these soft targets as well, but they'll have a lot thinner armor. Well, they can come up that way. They can come up that way. Okay, now we have the rest of this tank platoon. But they don't do it right now. You have some delay for the, yes. And time on the waypoint is time they get there. Right, yeah, this is how, okay, so once they get the orders, this is what it's going to be, time to get to where they're going to go. I just wanted to make sure that we push to here, but I didn't want to rush with my entire force and just have them drive out. So often I've watched people play or the AI play, and one tank will be like say 4 tanks driving down this road. One tank will come out, get out in the open, get killed. The next tank will come out in the open, get killed. Next tank will come out in the open, get killed. And just keep doing that as they push forward. So I've, from combination of my training and historical experience, shall we say, of reading history and battle tactics, I've sort of developed the way I would fight these units. And you can get into trying to make sure that the times that, like the best way would be to say move all four of these tanks, the platoon, to some place back here that's would be slightly covered. I'll just explain some of this. That's okay. Now, way back here, they can get shot at. So maybe here. Move sort of to here, move the four tanks, and then give all four tanks simultaneous orders with a path that they can all move together. So they all move into the open together, but just, far enough to get a good field of fire, somewhere like here and here we're finding here. We can also look at the isometric view of this map. This is functionally a 3D map here. You can see here, these are sort of on the exposed slopes to the enemy, but these are in the trees, it's in the open field. That's why I'm sending the tigers and the armor out here, because I'm not really fearing infantry with the tigers in the open. But back to the map. And so if you have all four of the units come up, a limited movement, come up and stop and engage, hopefully they all survive, but hopefully enough of them survive the initial enemy fire to then be able to return fire and effectively deal with the enemy. Not quite coordinating it that closely here. Let it figure out its sort of best, to some degree, way path. And like I say, I'm most assuredly a micromanager on this because of my life's history of miniature war games, and that's just sort of the way I like to play. It's not so much these guys, okay, they made it to here. These are martyrs. I don't know how much you guys know of World War I. By giving commands to the formations, the flags, instead of the individual units, the command delay would be much. Yes. Yeah, the game, like I say, I'm not necessarily playing the game as designed. I understand that. It's designed to be more structured in that you give commands to the subunits. The subunits more rapidly will fulfill those commands. That is very true. But I grew up playing way back, on tabletop games, 3D maps with micro armor and rolling the dice and doing all that stuff. And I guess to a large extent, I want to continue to live that. Okay, we got these two martyrs here. They're basically only have armor to deal with, small arms fire, that kind of thing. Not any sort of tank guns. So what you want to do with them, these are mostly trucks, so yeah. What you want to do with them is get them somewhere that they'll be able to be in an ambush position and have the enemy come into your line of fire and not move into theirs. Okay, so if we get this guy right here, he'll sort of have some views along here, there. Okay, well, right there, that would be good. Okay, so we want to come here with him. Advance. Don't know how hard it'll be to get through these. Well, now, there's a ridge here, and I'm grateful for the ridge, but I just want to see if we were to move down to here, that would give us around this building. Okay, let's see about doing that. They go slowly through the thicker woods. Alright, so they'll come up around to there. Those guys will come to here and hopefully be able to engage. Now, what I want to set up is another artillery, another fire mission. Let's new fire mission. Watching the number of rounds, smoke and otherwise. So let's set target. Number of volleys, 3 guns, 1 yet. And that'll take 3 minutes for the, commands to be set up there to do that. Okay, so we've knocked out this. I'm rather confident with my current deployment. These guys are still hiking over there, and these guys are hiking into here to hold the woods. These guys, as we can see here, they're going to try to shoot at any vehicles. There may be soft targets coming through here. And, well, that is the... Yeah, that might be a decent spot. Let's move you just to there, so they get another look through their second gun. Right, okay, let's resume. Okay, looks like another T-70. Those I don't really worry about for my Stugs, Tigers, or even Panzer IVs, really. I'm not saying they can't hurt them, they're not my main threat. And let's pause this. Let's do another fire mission. New mission. 1 gun, 3 volleys, sounds good. Let's put that right here. It's got a lot of activity here. More T-70s. Now they can have different objectives than you do. Okay, let's also look here. Line of sight, okay. This guy has good line of sight into there. It's a little too much, so let's move maybe to there. Or to there. No. Okay, this guy here. I want you to advance to here, yes. Right like that. Uh-oh, what do we have here? We have an Aleutian, I think, is that it? Don't know aircraft well. But they're coming in on an airstrike on us. Broke 2 of them. Sorry. Oh, they're engaging our martyrs. They spotted them from the air. And we're engaging our Stugs. A little less worried about the Stug. Now, my experience has been that artillery is a lot more effective than airstrikes in this game. So keep that in mind when spending points on things. It looks like we're going to have a lot of targets in here. Still maybe some in here, because we're not necessarily spotting everything. Okay, let's pause. Artillery, go up to fire mission 1, and we're going to fire another fire mission right there onto the yellow square. Well, he's moved up and stopped because he's engaging targets, which is good. Well, now he's moving again. Oh well. May have gone out of his line of sight. I like to buy the game, but yeah. Well, things do go on sale. It's taking fire. Okay, so these guys will get in to his line of fire soon. Line of sight, I should say. Oh, good. Got a T-70. Truck destroyed. Gauze. Standard Soviet truck. Oh, damn. He took a really bad path to get there. Oh, well. See the smoke around here, which is limiting their visibility. Okay, this fire mission is ready to go. I'm ready. Fire another barrage right into there. Hopefully with this thin skin units will do some effectiveness. Their artillery. Well, our tanks aren't doing bad either. You can see here we're taking out a lot of stuff over here. As it comes into our field of fire. I saw it on sale, but I didn't find any videos to confirm if I like the game. I'm scared if I'm not gonna. Oh God, yeah. Oh, very good. It's on GOG currently on sale. Very good for the notice. So you can get it over there. Yeah, no, before I buy anything, I definitely watch YouTube videos to see if it's something I want to spend my money on. Okay, we're getting a lot of trucks killed and the light tanks. I don't know if what we're gonna face if any like T-34s I was expecting, but these guys are running out of ammo. Well, they're firing at the effective range. $14 rounds, 6 rounds. Okay, well, we're going to push. We're going to just use their brute force and push up. I know we have targets there. And this isn't as flat as it may look. Rounds. No, you can't. There is no resupply out here. A lot of stored ammo, but they need time to reload it. Okay, so that's the ready racks is what we're talking about here. Okay, because I'm looking here as we're out of AP. I always hate these long things. AP, CB, or BC. Sorry, AP. C, B, C, H, E, and it's armor piercing, capped, ballistic, something high explosives, and then the coaxial machine guns. Yeah, that coaxial, that looks like about a standard machine gun load until you have to reload it. So yeah, they probably have some more rounds. Very good to know. Yeah, I'm just used to seeing like we're out here, so we'll see what he can get from the ready racks. Yeah, well, we took that guy out. We're having a field day with firing in here. Okay, the mortar's targeting there. Let's look at his line of sight again. Okay, we're gonna rotate that way. Yeah, it'll take 22 seconds for him to get that order, but rotate and look that way. Make sure you're engage targets over there. The enter key. Press the enter key for the unit specs window. Okay, well, we'll do that. Okay, thank you, yes. Okay, so that's stowed versus ready. All right, there we go, and we can come here and see. Okay, so they have plenty of ammo left, it's just not ready to shoot right now. Very good, thank you. I really enjoy the game, but sometimes some of the UI, it takes a little more practice to get used to it. Once you sort of know it, it isn't hard. It's just learning it. Not sure why the AI is moving trucks up at this point. I get infantry moving around as they try to assault the position, but the trucks seem like not the environment for them. Again, this is a mod for a game that is set in the Cold War era. A mod for World War II, if you're just getting here. Yes, absolutely. The HQ elements are definitely helpful. Well, let's look. Line of sight for these guys. Okay, they can sort of see from there. They can see sort of from here and from here back to there. Now, if they were to move up to here, they'll have a much better situation. So let's advance you to there. All right, and yeah, that'll be good. Good killing field for them. Another airstrike incoming. The units are taking fire. I have no anti-aircraft units in this mission, other than maybe the light machine guns on top of some of these tanks. Okay, we're on the objective. We have it green. Okay, we currently have both objectives. You know, these guys are acting like APCs or something. SOP. Okay, I should have had these guys on effective, but we'll leave them where they are. Another truck destroyed, damn. Maybe just think of a way of capturing the truck so that remotorize the Pyramid Army instead of killing all these trucks. Very good to hear, Nick. See, I think this game would make a great training program for, well, you know, small unit commanders, whether sergeants, you know, lieutenants, captains, that type of thing. So if I was running any sort of army, I would be buying a bunch of these games and making sure my small unit leaders practice with this, because even if you're because when I say sergeants, even if you are Okay, another T7 here. That's no damage for that hit. Not used to commanding, or your job isn't to command companies or battalion size formations. You definitely want to know what the commander goes through to manage them. Okay, so we destroyed another one of these light tanks over here. Good. See which ones they're targeting. Looks like they're targeting a lot of machine gun fire from these squads. This was a randomly generated game for objectives and whatnot, and we both sides got points. I spent mine not random. Uh-oh, there we go. We got an enemy tank there. Do you see it yet? Who sees it? Oh, okay, what did we just kill? Another T-70. Okay, yeah, he's seeing and engaging this one. Even this guy's getting in on the fun. Whether you use instructions mod is a known issue. I recommend the mod author to not let the AI auto purchase select them, but allow a scenario designer to use them when making missions. I don't know what the author's plan is. Very good. Yeah, and like again, this is a mod. Not a DLC or main component of the game. Okay, so far this is just a slaughter fest. And I don't think it's because of my brilliant generalship. I've had one casualty there. Normally I find the AI challenging. I've been overrun by the AI, in a defensive battle. I have had very difficult getting slaughtered going on the offensive. In one scenario I played, that the AI placed its units well and engaged my forces as they advanced. And I've definitely been able to get into position and set up situations where the AI has just not done well. Here, I'm just evaluating this mod. I'm not absolutely sure what the AI objective is. Maybe it's the same here. I know the AI can have different objectives than you do, but it picked light tanks. It doesn't necessarily know that I'm going to have Tigers, but even the Martyrs would definitely be destroyed by those light tanks if they got hit. The Stugs, the Panzer IVs, not so much for those T-70s as I know of them. I'm not an expert on the light tanks, but there was that 176mm tank destroyer that was out here. That would readily deal with anything that wasn't the Tiger here, if it hits them, or should be able to. And so it's been moving the infantry in sort of as well as the trucks, in sort of a Maoist or Chinese wave of tactics across open terrain against an armor force that is able to use its guns almost with impunity. These guys have maybe taken two casualties and are suppressed. That's okay. Yeah, we'll do that. We're gonna give this unit orders to come to here. There we go. Maybe they'll get up and deal with them. Should have kept these guys either hold fire or whatnot and wait for the enemy to come into my killing zone more. Smaller proportion of things. Yeah, it may very well may be. Like I say, my childhood with micro armor makes me love tank battles like this. And hello, Arno. How are you doing today?